Hi nieces and nephews, welcome to Uncle Bill's Kitchen. Today we are cooking macaroni, so stay tuned because we are doing a cook-off between a microwave cooker and StoveTop. We are cooking Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, our favorite from childhood. Oh, let's see which one does better. Directions in the bottom, it says pour in mac, add cold water to fill line. That's what this line is that you see around there. It's actually 2 cups. Microwave for 2.5 minutes. Remove, stir well, and then microwave for 2 minutes more, and then add ingredients per instructions. Mix well and enjoy. Here's the macaroni. It's the Kraft Macaroni right out of a Kraft box. As you can see, I've been doing quite a bit of testing. Here it is. And we just fill it with water up to the water line. And now we can put it in the microwave. Here we are out of the microwave. Now we're supposed to stir to get all of these macaronis all so that they're not connected. And then we go back in for another 2 minutes. Back into the microwave. Another 2 minutes. And here we are out of the microwave. The noodles are mostly cooked. They're kind of al dente, if you ask me. They look good, though. Look very delicious. We're supposed to add in the rest of the ingredients now, per the box. So here's a 1/4 cup of milk and 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm using powdered milk, so don't worry about the fact that you might have seen some clumps. Because Uncle Bill does not buy milk very often, so I use powdered milk for making bread. Let's see how this is going to look. First, I'm going to put all of the butter, make sure that that's all melted in there with goodness. This is getting to look nicer. Almost looks like vanilla. What do they call it? White cheese. Uncle Bill loves macaroni and cheese. And I've been a little crazy making macaroni and cheese because I had to run this through on a dry run. I'm going to have a ton of macaroni and cheese. This actually came out better. I followed the directions better this time than I did yesterday. Yesterday I made the mistake of putting the milk in right away thinking that, oh, that'll make a difference. And it did make a difference. It didn't cook as well. Now we have the butter in there. This almost looks good enough to eat right there. Being an old macaroni and cheese aficionado from way back, a little trick on doing this cheese packet is don't add all of your cheese at once. Add a little bit at a time, usually about 4 sprinkles. So there's my first sprinkling of cheese, and we'll put this over here. Now this is going to be versus StoveTop. Yesterday this came out more al dente, and it looks a little bit better cooked today. Now there's number 2. A little bit more. I'm not doing, and then all on the last one. There we go. Can't remember if that's 4 or 3, but as long as you don't get clumps, you're fine. I love the fact that this has the same color as Cheetos. And I'm sure that was intentional too. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, made in the microwave. You know, when you go on the Kraft Macaroni and Cheese YouTube, they don't have a microwave one. That's the Rapid Mac cooker. I also called Rapid Mac. Well, I didn't call them. I emailed them for better directions because I wanted to know the exact number of cups to put in here because I was a little skeptical. They said just pour it to the line, follow the directions, and you'll be fine. I did today, and it does look fine. Let's take a taste test. Pardon me while I eat. That is much better than yesterday. It's still a little al dente. I think when I do it next time, I'm probably going to cook 5 minutes. We'll do a check between these two at the very end, which is, well, this one, and then the one I'm going to cook right now on the stove. So you better stay tuned to the very end. Here we are. We're heating up the water for making the macaroni on the stove top. Kraft calls for a medium-size saucepan. That is what this is. However, they also call for 6 cups of water. That's 4 cups of water. Cooking macaroni, you don't want to have it overflow. If I put 6 cups, it'll be almost all the way to the brim. I think that they meant large saucepan, or maybe 4 cups of water. Either way, Uncle Bill is using 4 cups and changing the recipe just a smidgen. Our water's up to a boil. Time to add in our Kraft Macaroni and Cheese noodles. Stir them up. And we set our timer for 8 minutes. And we cook them. Timer's up. It's time to take this off the stove and drain it. And then bring everything back and mix it all up. Stay tuned. We've now drained our noodles. It's time to follow the rest of the directions, which says 4 tablespoons of butter. We're going to do basically the same thing that we did last time. We're going to stir it all in and then taste it. I'm going to have tons of macaroni and cheese. There's our 4 cups. Let's stir them in. By the way, this handy dandy silicone spoon, Uncle Bill got for $1 over at the Dollar Tree. My friend Greg at his channel is GTO Helps. He does a lot of testing with Dollar Tree and dollar store items. As a matter of fact, this is kind of dedicated to Greg. Hey Greg, I hope that you're watching. Leave a comment down below. And as you notice, the noodles are a little bit more expanded because you have more control over them. However, if I did this with regularity, I would probably just add a little bit of extra time to the microwave directions. There we go. We're all ready for the milk now. Here's our milk. It goes in. Stir that up. I have to use silicone in this ceramic pot of mine. Alright, same as before. We just put a little bit in each time and stir it until it stops. Otherwise we get cheese balls in there and people get bites of cheese flavor. It ain't the kind of cheese that you want to get little bites of. You want to make sure this is well stirred in there. When I did this yesterday, I noticed that the microwave version was a little bit tastier because it was a little bit more concentrated. And we'll see if we have the same results today. As you notice, the volume, well, it's kind of tough to tell volume when you're comparing a pan to a little plastic thing. But the volume of noodles is more when you cook it on the stove. I forgot to mention about when I was up in Canada, we used to do, canoe camping. You might check out that video too, my 5 summers at canoe camp. We would burn thousands of calories a day from our canoeing and from the fact that towards the end of the summer on the long trip, it got pretty cold at night and even during the day. And for that reason, when we drained the noodles, we would actually drain it into another pot and drink the water because you lose a lot of the nutrition from your noodles in the draining. And if you don't believe me sometime, take that noodle water that you drain off, put it in a cup, and you'll find that it'll almost solidify. And if you taste it, you could add a little bit of chicken flavor to it and have soup. And somebody just sent Uncle Bill a message. Hopefully it's a nice message. We used to watch a show called Rocky and Bullwinkle. The kids know of it in a different version. And they used to say, fan mail from some flounder. There's the rest goes in. Dollar Tree has another version of mac and cheese that actually has a liquid cheese. Might try that out in a taste comparison. We'll see if many people want me to do another macaroni and cheese or not. I am very open to comments down below. Any pertinent comments, relevant comments, what you want to see me cook. There we go. This is the macaroni and cheese. Let's give it a taste. There's macaroni and cheese. Yay! Say cheese, cheese. Here we are. Macaroni and cheese. It's so yummy. I can't wait. Gonna try some now. Just like yesterday. This is very, texture-wise, this is better macaroni and cheese. Let's go back to this one. We'll check this one out too. Definitely more chewy, and it's more flavorful because it's more condensed. If you're feeding more kids, actually if you're feeding kids, you would want to get two of these bowls, because as soon as you, actually even 3 of the bowls, because this is more than 1 serving. You could see, probably makes 4 servings from 1 thing of macaroni and cheese. If you give me a half a second, let me take a look at the box and see how many servings it says per container. 3 servings per container. So you nieces and nephews out there, if you have more than 3 kids, you better get 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese. Or you can cook it on the stove and you'll get even more servings. This is more volume. I can tell that this expands more. If you, in a traditional sense, I would say this is a better way to cook your macaroni and cheese. It's more traditional. The noodles are better cooked. If you are for convenience though, this rocks. It's quick, it's easy, and not only that, it's al dente. So if you like chewing your macaroni, this is the way to go. Get it? Try it. Let me know how yours works out. Oh, and by the way, check out my description below. I have the link to the other video, another person's video. They did a very good job making homemade macaroni and cheese. Every day this side of the dirt is a great day. Go out there, have some fun, stay COVID safe. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And here's some more videos to watch.